Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is Raspberry Reads. I've got a little bit of time in a lunch break and I'm going to do a tag video for you. So this is the Bookish Elements Tag and it was created by Sarah at My Granny Era. I can link her channel below. And I was tagged by Daniela at Uncommon Reader. So thank you, Daniela, for tagging me in this. So the prompts of the Bookish Elements Tag. Number 1, how do you feel about foreshadowing or dropped hints? To be honest, sometimes I don't even pick up on them, so I can't say I really have views one way or the other. If we're counting cliffhangers in that, I do like a really cheesy cliffhanger, especially in sort of thrillers, like they leave you like, ooh, what's going to happen next? And it kind of ruins the suspense a bit, but I do enjoy that writing tool, if you were, so to speak. But yeah, in terms of foreshadowing, if it's done really sort of subtly and creatively, then I guess it works well, but otherwise I kind of probably don't even notice. Number 2, bookmarks. What do you use and how do you feel about bending the corner down? So I was sort of scrambling around trying to find some of my bookmarks. I've got so many bookmarks, but here's just a sort of a snapshot. So we've got like little ones, like the sort of magnetic hold my thought. There's another magnetic one. Some of these I've collected since childhood. So that one I think was from a piano teacher. This is one trip from Mount St. Helens, a childhood diary one, and one from a good family friend. But yeah, I've got lots and lots. I tend to use a bookmark. If I can't find a bookmark, I will use whatever I can find, whether that's a receipt or a sticky note or what have you. I tend to try not to fold the pages over. I like to try and keep books in good condition. Number 3, forgotten bookmarks. Have you ever found something strange in a book? Yes, I have. So, I mean, in my own books, I put random things in all the time, but so I am a historian and I did a PhD in history, and one of the things that I did was go all around the UK to different record offices looking at 18th century manuscripts. Recipe books, and so in terms of forgotten bookmarks, I found all sorts of fascinating things housed at record offices throughout the UK. You know, little bits of arts and crafts, bits of plants that have been tried, receipts, like old handwritten receipts, lots of cool things. And that was one of the best parts about doing my archival research, is the things that you weren't expecting to find. Number 4, inscriptions and annotations. How do you feel about writing in a book? How do you annotate if you do? So I tend to not annotate fiction, but I do annotate nonfiction, particularly if I'm reading in an academic mindset. I would annotate all the time. And actually I find annotations really helpful when I'm looking at other academic works to get another perspective. Again, thinking about my own background in terms of my research, one of the things that I looked at in a lot of detail was annotations and inscriptions. So from a historical point of view, I find them very helpful. Okay, number 5, introductions and footnotes. Do you read them or avoid them? Introductions, I always read. Footnotes, I will read religiously if it's for an academic reason. Otherwise, I will skim them. I prefer footnotes to endnotes, just saying. Accessories. Do you use bookish accessories like a clip-on reading light, book sleeve, annotation materials, bookstand, etc.? No, I don't think so. I don't even know what is a book sleeve. No, I don't use any of that. Number 7, art and illustrations. How do cover art and illustrations affect your reading experience? Predominantly for the positive. I am guilty of being attracted to books by the cover, and I do love when there's some good illustrations in a book, particularly if there's a map in the front. I do like that. So yeah, I would say it enhances my reading experience. Number 8, format. Which format of books do you prefer? Hardback, paperback, audio, digital? Do you do different things for different situations? Yes. So I like hardbacks aesthetically. I think they're very pleasing collector's items. I prefer, if I'm thinking about reading a physical copy, I prefer paperback because it's easier to read. I listen to audiobooks a lot. I didn't used to, but I do now. And I prefer to listen to audiobooks when I'm commuting because I get travel sick or if I'm falling asleep. And digital, I read lots of ebooks on my phone. I know that doesn't work for everybody because it's quite small, but I find it to be the most portable way of getting in little snippets of reading here and there. Otherwise, so I do have a tablet, but I don't use my tablet for reading digital content unless it is for an academic reason. I mean, I don't tend to read academic journal articles very much, but if I am doing that, it tends to be an electronic copy. Yeah, so I think those are the 8 questions, and then the last one is just tagging some people. I'm gonna have to have a think about that and then put whoever I tag in the comments section below because I am ill prepared for this. But yeah, thank you again, Daniela, for this tag. So it was really interesting. There's been a few of these ones that are sort of touching on format preferences. So it's obviously something that's on our collective minds. And yeah, it's a good conversation to have. So if you would like to do this, if I don't tag you and you'd like to do this tag, then please do. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And yeah, I'll see you soon in a new video. Take care.